Yeah.
Have you guys ever cosplayed?
I used to make
Ooh.
cosplays for me, for people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I did a few cosplays like superheroes like Spider-Man, Batman. I did like a Tokyo Ghoul Ken Kaneki mask one. It was pretty
Yep.
good. I need to remember
Great,
if
that
I can
one.
find some photos.
Yeah.
And I
Alright.
think let me remember. I think there are a few more, but I can't remember. Like I never went to a con like in cosplay
Yeah.
because first of all you need to have people who wants to do the same to not feel like completely silly when you're
Yeah.
doing it. So
I have a couple of friends, and we kind of have this agreement that we're all gonna get like in really good shape, and we're gonna cosplay the Pillarmen.
Oh, that
nice.
would be so much fun.
That's a bit of a long-term goal currently for cosplaying.
For Halloween in 2018, I cosplayed as Connor from Detroit Become Human. And I went trick or treating with my cousins, and like out of like the 10 or so places that we went to, there was one where two girls answered the door, and they both said, "Oh my god, it's Connor." Got like
Oh,
there's
that's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like,
When,
"Yeah,
when you start,
finally,
when you started
finally,
that
someone
sentence, I
noticed."
thought the story would go to a different place. You
No,
said
I was
two
like
girls
14.
opened the door, and I was like,
I
are they
was, I was,
cosplaying the
I
two
was
girls?
like, I was like
man.
13 or 14. I hadn't discovered what sex was.
I
Oh,
used to
Sex
actually
was
date
always
a
something in
girl.
head.
You're 20. You're like
I
21.
used to date
you
a
still
girl who did a
haven't
lot
done
of cosplay stuff.
I still want to do some cosplay, but
Yeah,
first
I've
of all,
been meaning.
need to
I've
get
been,
in shape as well.
Yeah, I've been meaning to, like, I was supposed to do a cosplay for King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist,
Nice.
but then the scheduling got all shitty and we didn't have the time to do it this year. So maybe next year.
Petition to get Cheese to cosplay as King Bob.
Who?
Wow.
From where?
Minions.
No.
Oh no.
Minions are some of the most cursed shit that has ever.
They're also
I hesitate to
racist.
grace this earth with their presence.
This is one of the greatest fucking scenes ever.
Oh boy.
It's just making fun of the royal family. That's it.
Speedy,
So
do
you'd
you
love
know? Do you know who King Bradley is?
I was
Have
thinking
you
the guy
seen
from
Full Metal
FMA.
Alchemist?
No, I have not watched seen Full Metal Alchemist.
What the fuck, Speedy?
Full Metal Alchemist.
I watch animes that I want to watch, not animes that other people want me to watch.
That's King
facts.
Bradley.
Full Metal is pretty good. Full Metal is like
Yeah,
one of
Full
the
Metal is
best
really good.
animes
It-
out there.
Yeah, you can do that.
Until
Piece
Free
better.
and Full Metal was on Mal the highest rated anime ever for like 10 years.
Yeah, but that was just because
Yeah.
of stands. That wasn't because of like general
Yeah,
consensus.
the Full Metal Alchemist.
but
thing on
here's
Mal was
the-
a bit
here's the
silly,
thing
but
with
it is an
Full
incredible
Metal.
show still.
I think it's a good show, and I think at least that's what I believe happened. It's kind of like it was there, number one, and everyone was like, you know what? It deserves it because
me.
it has a good story, good characters, a good ending. I don't see why it shouldn't be in the first place. And again, have I seen shows that I think are better? Yes, but at the same time, would I want any other show to have the number one other than
Yeah.
Full Metal? No, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Naruto.
I feel like Full Metal is like it's not perfect as it is, but it is
No.
it's like the perfect combination of things. Like
Yes.
there's nothing bad about it.
Exactly.
And there's
But
little
the openings are a
You know what's
banger.
bad
The
about Full
openings are
Metal
bangers.
bangers.
are so good.
Alchemist?
There's something
Mhm.
also I want
It's
to
not
talk about as
Naruto.
well.
Full Metal
Oh, boy.
Alchemist beats Naruto every day. Come on.
What do you guys think of my movie
Okay.
list?
Oh, God,
This
Speedy
is
has
Consumer.
the
got
one that I
movie
put
list.
Question.
that crazy
Do
analysis
you
on.
prefer classic Naruto or Naruto Shippuden?
OG Naruto? Well, before the time skip, I think it was better. But I do
feel
think
like-
Same.
its best arc is in Shippuden.
I will
What
say,
is the
though,
best arc
Pain.
for you? Ooh,
Pain,
nice.
it's or Itachi. The Pain / Itachi stuff is easily the best. Oh, is
I
the
will
best
say
stuff
though,
in
out of
Naruto.
the big three, Naruto is the one that most needs a remake.
More than One
Because
Piece?
some of the OG Naruto animation is really rough.
More than One Piece?
Like, yeah, One Piece animation is still good. Like, if you seriously look at for example, the first arc of Naruto, it is really fucking janky animation.
I need to rewatch it, but I remember thinking it was quite good.
I watched it. Like, I started Naruto last year, and I'm now in Shippuden, and Shippuden still, it's weirdly, I feel like it's kind of the legacy of Naruto that Boruto has some shitty animation going on, because there are scenes in Naruto that just wouldn't have flown in Bleach or in Naruto in One Piece in terms of the animation quality. Like some of it is really rough.
Okay. That's
Okay.
interesting because I feel like
it's
Naruto's whole thing back in the day was it had like the best animated fights and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of got that. I feel like that really doesn't happen until the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, though. Like that's kind of where they found the way they're gonna do their fights.
I see, but you're saying before that it was a little bit less good.
Yeah, and it's like I quite like the way like Naruto's fights were they kind of lack that personality that they start having after that fight. Like if you look at a One Piece fight, you will know that it's a One Piece fight, or a Bleach fight, you know that it's a Bleach fight. But like pre that fight, Naruto fights could be from almost any anime other than obvious the characters. Like it lacks that uniqueness of Naruto.
I need to know this information here that I'm gonna ask you now.
The length.
When
of
you
my
were
TV.
watching Naruto back in the day, did you do the jutsu signs with your hand when they were doing it?
No,
Because
not when they were doing it, but I
That-
would do it afterwards.
I tried going Super
I remember
Saiyan.
that when I was watching the fight that Kakashi had with Zabuza in like the first season.
Yep.
Like I wanted to try to learn that like long ass jutsu. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was pausing the show. I was like, Oshisaru, Tori, Oshiyuma, Tori, Ino, Tori, Yuma, Tori. That was like that's like a core anime memory for me.
They're
I
really
enjoyed
fun.
that
They're
as
a
well.
really fun aspect, but it's one of those things that it kind of like stopped happening. So like,
True.
I don't know. I kind of.
All hand movements stopped happening in anime.
You know what it's so good to do. I don't know if you guys
What?
have ever tried to do that. Have you actually tried to scream Bankai from the top of your lungs?
No.
It's so
That's
fun.
so
I-
cool.
I did that all the
I
time.
tried to go Super Saiyan in like year 5.
I'd
that's
be
just-
I'd be
that's
Ruki's
just
brother and just
screaming,
speak it
bro.
in a menacing way.
True. Just go.
Bankai, Senbon
Bankai.
Sakura.
Kageyoshi. Oh, bro, the new
Senbon
season of
Sakura
Bleach
Kageyoshi.
is so good.
I
I
need to catch
cannot
up.
wait for the.
Roar.
I need to catch up
for
with
the-
Bleach. Consuming
It's so good.
You need to play Ninja in Final Fantasy XIV at some point just to do the hand signals, the hand signs.
Is Ninja not a fighter though? Lame.
Ninja is a DPS, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does do the hand signs, and it does the Naruto running as well.
That would be very in character. I could also
Yeah.
still be one of the I've forgotten their names now. The little chibi characters. Just call myself
Oh,
Chibi
Lalafels, yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah.
You know that guy was
there's something.
146 centimeters. In
Yeah, there's something
OG.
menacing about people who play Lalafels.
They're just funny, bro. They're just so adorable. I don't know how people can hate.
The world I play in there was for the longest time there was someone playing a Lalafell, and their name was Doorstop, and the only thing they would do is sit as a doorstop in the bar in Uldar. And that's literally the only thing they did, and every single time I walked past that they were there.
That's what I call
awesome.
commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
welcome to MMORPGs.
God damn it. But yeah,
It was-
Naruto, like I know we shit a lot about Naruto, but honestly, for the longest time, I think that the face of anime was Naruto. Like let's say from the early 2000s until maybe 2013, I would say that Naruto was the face of anime.
Especially like I feel like Naruto was probably the biggest one in the West.
Definitely.
True.
But I seem to remember that in Japan, One Piece was always like the poster boy.
That's because One Piece
Makes
is
sense, it makes
especially after Bleach like kind of started to fall off. One Piece was the poster boy.
Yeah.
Like Naruto.
Bleach, unfortunately, sorry,
Yeah.
Cheese.
Like
Go first.
Naruto was always big, but it was more of like like the whole ninja thing was a bigger thing in the West.
I don't
Like,
understand what is
American
the
kids
West's
liking ninjas.
obsession with ninjas in general, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
Have you guys
it's
seen?
cool.
Have you guys seen the
They're
South
cool.
Park episode where
Could you
they all
imagine
become ninjas?
wearing a
Oh,
full
yeah,
black
like
suit with only your eyes showing, and then you have cool ass weapons like
Yeah.
swords and throwing stars? Wouldn't you want to be one as well?
But all
Yeah.
ninjas did in real life was like poke people in the bum.
Yeah, but people don't know that. People don't
like,
know that. People don't know
real
that.
real shinobi. It's also kind of weird because in reality, a lot of samurai would actually do the ninja stuff. Like obviously they wear the like Iga ninjas and stuff, but it was in reality it was more kind of like modern day military where you have the like recon guys who did the things we now recognize as ninja stuff.
That's quite
Like,
interesting. In Power
it's-
Rangers, they have both a ninja and a samurai.
Samurai. And a dinosaur.
Yes, and a
Wait, hold
police
on.
officer one.
There's
man.
like
What is your favorite
There's
Power
like-
Ranger series?
Oh, I've only really watched like, the dinosaur one because I was really big into dinosaurs.
Dino
when I was a
Thunder
kid.
or the
Yep.
first one?
Mighty
the
Dino
first
Morphin,
Thunder.
the original
the
one.
first
is
one
really
as well.
good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
There's one.
I
I
think my
used to have a
favorite one is
DVD.
also Dino Thunder, but Ninja Storm is there. Ninja Storm is
Dino
there.
Thunder is really good too. Fuck. There's
Yeah.
there's actually like so many, and they're so consistent. It's hard to choose.
True.
Yeah, I was really big into dinosaurs, and that's kind of like what got me into Power Rangers as a kid was Dino Thunder with all the dinosaur robots and stuff.
True.
I can't remember which
But plus,
specific one.
Dino
it was.
Thunder becomes so good when you understand the legacy of Power Ranger. Like, because when I was a kid, I was watching like the first episodes, and you're like, you understand that Tommy is like an important character in the Power Rangers universe, but only when you grow up and you find out about the other series, like he was a ranger in the classic one, then Turbo, then
Yeah.
Oh, Turbo was
you know-
so sick with the cars.
yeah.
Isn't there a
True.
relatively recent like Power Ranger anime as well?
Oh,
There was
Uh,
also
yeah,
a Power
yeah, there-
Rangers
there
live,
was
live
the-
action adaptation as
Oh,
well.
The
Ranger
Loser Ranger
Reject.
one, I think.
Go
Yeah.
Loser
Yeah.
Ranger.
Yeah, Go Loser Ranger is the one I'm thinking of like this year.
The manga
and
is
then there's
very
one-
good. I can't say the same for the anime.
There was another
many Power
one
Rangers
cheese
are
as
there?
well. That was the
There's a lot
Fuck,
of
I
Power
forgot.
Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah, because I tried to find the one that I watched when because I had a DVD of it and I just can't find it.
Yeah.
So
Cheese is right.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like I know that because they had like 1 or 2 crossover episodes, and there was just like a whole army's worth of them. Like there's so many.
Yeah.
True.
And like
And-
most, I have a feeling
Well-
that most of Power Rangers never even aired in the West because there's
True.
so much
Like,
Japanese Power
I,
Rangers.
Power
if I
Rangers-
recall
Power
correctly,
Rangers Ninja
Mighty
Storm.
Morphing was like the 15
That was the
version
first one I
of
saw.
Power Ranger in Japan. Like
Yeah.
they did like 15 before that, and then in the 15 one, they decided to let's do it in America as well. But we're not gonna call
was
it
the
like Super Sentai. It's gonna be Power Ranger.
There are 30 television seasons of 22 different themed series of Power Rangers,
Yes.
Yep.
starting from 1993 with Mighty
Super
Morphing Power Rangers.
And then Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers.
Yep,
Uh,
And it's owned by
was it
Toei.
Time Force?
they are still making
Kinda.
Power Rangers.
But it's just Sentai, like Sentai stuff.
Yeah, Super Sentai is the original one.
Was that its
The
name,
Super
or-
Sentai has 46 seasons. The Super Sentai one,
Jesus
which
Christ.
is like the original.
God damn.
Because I think
Yeah,
those
they-
shows, like the Tokusatsu stuff, they're meant to be like really cheap and easy to make. So like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
pump them out. Like it's a
I
very
also feel like
interesting type of
there
TV
was there was like a
storytelling.
thing where that sort of stuff was like really big in like Japanese film schools of like do as a project because it was so easy to do, other than like obviously getting the costumes and stuff.
True.
There's also some
Well-
I've seen some really cool like how they filmed the the transformations originally. It's so because they had the actors and then they like stopped the filming there. They went backstage, got dressed, and they like really carefully put them in the same positions again so they
That-
wouldn't look
that's
off.
so
It's
funny,
so
though.
cool.
Nice.
Like ye olde
Yeah.
fucking CGI work.
You guys
Or
know
lack
about the
thereof.
whole controversy with the original Power Rangers series, like with
No,
the
I don't
actors
know.
and stuff like that?
No.
Like basically, the reason why in the first like Mighty Morphing, there's a moment in like the first season when they changed like the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and I think there was another Ranger that they changed as well.
Was
The
that a
Black
white
Ranger.
one?
No, yeah, the white one. But the thing why they changed it is because when Power Ranger aired, it was like an instant hit. Like people loved it. And same thing with the Japanese version. They were doing it like for dirt, yes, cheap. So the money that they were doing it was like pretty good money. So like some of the actors, they were like, well, we are basically getting paid nothing for doing this show that is doing so good. So let's ask for a raise. And then basically everyone in the team was like, yeah, let's ask for a raise. And then when the first 3 asked for the raise, they said no. And then the other 3 didn't want to ask. So the 3 that asked decided to leave the series. And that's why they did the change and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is this
Plus,
with
you know,
the
there's
American
yeah,
actors
with the
or
American
Japanese
ones.
ones?
Okay, right.
Yeah, plus like apparently there was a lot of problems with the production as well, because the actor for the Blue Ranger, apparently he was gay, and at the time he suffered a lot of, you know, homophobia, stuff like that.
Wait, is
that's
this
one I've heard of.
are these the Japanese or American actors?
No, these are the American.
That's the
actors.
American. I've heard of the homophobia. stuff
That's
as
why
well.
they decided to, let's change season. Every season we change the characters, the actors, because you know it's cheaper. You just get like wannabe actors that want to do the thing. They get paid whatever whatever the production wants to pay them. And if they're not okay with that, we're just gonna change them with
Does
whoever
that
we
mean
want.
then that the Japanese one has the same actors?
I don't know. I think that
don't
they
know.
change. I think that they change it because like story reasons. But then at some point, you know, some stories are like, for an example, if I recall correctly, the White Ranger was not in the original version of Mighty Morphin, like in the Super Sentai version. They kind of like took the fight scenes that he had from another series and put them there. Just, you know, kind of try
That's
to
so
make
janky, bro.
yeah. But if you look the fights, like it is strange at times, you know, because it doesn't fit the story. They had to work basically the story of the episodes around the clips that Japan sent them, because the
That's
fight
quite cool,
scenes
bro.
are all from the original series.
Yeah. There's also like there's a lot of that, like I remember I did very briefly mention that there's some really cursed Finnish dubs of like especially early Digimon. It's so bad that it's become a cult classic, and Nagareboshi is another one that's like really bad. And there's like a lot of that was that they didn't actually have the series when they were recording. They just got the script. And then they had to figure out like what's actually happening. It still doesn't excuse all of it, because some of it is like absolutely fucking dreadful.
Have you guys seen the Scottish Power Ranger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like
that's
it's
the
going
one of
to
the ones that I
either
will.
cringe
I'm
or offensive.
Scottish.
Also, Consumer, there's one thing I wanted to mention. You when we were talking about the movie video game adaptations, you mentioned the Avatar adaptation. I'm assuming you mean James Cameron's Avatar.
Yes, yeah.
But there's one good thing that came out of James Cameron's Avatar, and it is that it has the coolest sci-fi aircraft design ever in those helicopter things. They're really
Yeah, they're
cool. I
sick. The
fucking love
mechs
them.
are also not too bad either.
Yeah, I love a lot of the design, but obviously, like James Cameron's Avatar is literally just Pocahontas in space.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Did he
Actually-
mention that he wrote it in like school? Like, it's a really fucking old story as well.
But that's quite cool. I quite like stuff like that, just holding on to a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seem to remember James Cameron had like a thing that he wrote it in school, and he just didn't want to make it into a movie until the world was ready. Like until
the
technology had
world was
evolved.
ready for my.
The war was not ready for this banger.
It was more
You don't
like the
understand. You guys are not ready for this.
Yeah, it
this
was
Oh,
more like
anyway.
the- he felt like the technology wasn't
Yeah.
there that he could represent this world that he had created.
So
I mean, it's
pretentious.
fair.
On a-
Like,
on
you
a
couldn't have done
slightly
Avatar in the
different note.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a slightly different note, there's a similar story with like Metallica, because the guitarist Kirk Hammett wrote a riff when he was 16, and then that got used in the song "Creeping Death" as the breakdown.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Dun,
That's
dun,
what I'm
dun,
saying, it kind
dun.
of-
Right.
Here's a question actually. What do you guys think is the best James Cameron film?
Probably.
Ooh.
I only know Titanic and the Avatar ones. What else is? Oh, he did Terminator 2, didn't he?
I'd say that his best film is still Aliens.
That was in. Oh, he did do some of that. He did the second one, right? Aliens, like with the
Yeah,
S.
he
I
did the
hate
second,
the name
specifically the
scheme,
second
bro.
one is the best Aliens film.
I've not seen
I
any of
think,
the Alien films.
I think Terminator 2 for me. It's the only film where I don't feel like he feels like he's this, untouchable director, because with movies like Titanic, I love Titanic. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it has that aura of, you are watching one of James Cameron's
Yeah.
films. You know, you are.
Yeah.
You know
The
that you are
meta
watching
narrative
one of
speaks for
my
itself.
films.
You're
Yeah,
watching
exactly.
one of my movies.
Exactly.
Terminator
That,
2 Judgment Day is so fucking good.
true.
It is
Best
easily
Terminator
the
film.
best. It's easily the best. Terminator film.
Terminator.
Did you say
Yeah, I
Dominican?
thought
I would still say that my favorite film from James Cameron's is Aliens because it's just such a good film. That
Me-
movie made me love Aliens.
Terminator 2 for me.
I don't actually. I've not
just
seen any
like
of his
it.
films in recent memory.
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on, let me Google his films so we can have a list.
He hasn't done that many like films.
But they've
that
all
he's
been
the producer and
box
everything.
office bangers, though.
Yeah, they're all done. Well, Piranha 2 wasn't great, but
I actually have
He-
seen
he-
that one.
He did Piranha too. No
he
way.
did Piranha 2, the original from 1982.
Oh
what
boy.
do you mean?
Yep.
Have you guys seen the live action version of?
Do you guys
Speedracer?
remember the Anaconda films?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh,
love
what?
that
fucking
that
CG.
that age of movies. You know.
Yeah,
it
like,
is so
I-
funny.
Because all I used to do when I was younger, if there wasn't anything on Cartoon Network, I would just go on Sky Movies. So I would just be fed
Yeah.
decades of old, terrible films. Like, man,
Yeah,
that's such
those,
a throwback.
like,
that gave me
They are
nightmares.
so
Like,
bad
yes,
that
and
it's
especially-
good. You know.
Especially the monster films from that era. It's just so, oh god.
Sorry, I just looked up Anaconda and just found this.
Oh
Some
my god.
Oh
guys-
god. Yep.
Is that-
Yeah.
Like,
No,
the
BB.
whole premise of the Anaconda films, like, it's terrible CGI, like this giant anaconda that just eats people.
Yeah.
And they keep getting progressively bigger and bigger from film to
True.
one film to the next.
I think there
Oh,
was
so-
one that
speaking
was
of
Anaconda versus Super Gator or something
Yeah,
like that.
there
which
is.
was like,
Super Gator, what?
yeah.
Oh my
What about
God.
Sharknado? Sharknado.
They
Oh,
did
boy.
they did a new Anaconda film called King Anaconda in 2023. It looks so bad.
Wait, Ice
Oh,
Cube was
boy.
in one of the Anaconda movies?
Yes.
It made
Oh
sense.
no.
Oh, did you guys know that James Cameron also almost directed a Spider-Man movie?
Oh.
Is this the one with
Oh,
Nicholas?
which one?
No, with Donald
He
Glover?
was supposed to direct like the first big Hollywood Spider-Man movie, and like he had a script and everything. But I think it's kind of like the same thing with Avatar. He wanted to wait so the technology was there, but like
Yeah.
Sony was like, no, we need the movie out by yesterday. So he kind of left the project, and his pick for Spider-Man was Leonardo DiCaprio. He
I would have
wanted
been
Leonardo
so
DiCaprio to become Spider-Man.
bro. That would have been
But-
so
but
the-
cool.
If you guys go,
That would have
read
been
the
heaven
script
for
of
him.
the movie.
Because
It is like it is cool, but it is like a little bit too 90s edgy, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like for an example,
Leonardo
Peter
DiCaprio would be
Parker
happy.
finds out that he can shoot webs when he wakes up one day and he's covered in a white sticky substance when in the web. And that there was like a whole sex scene between Spider-Man and Mary Jane that was like supposed to be animalistic, you know, in a kind of way to show how
These are
he's a
teenagers,
spider and
please,
stuff like
Lord.
that. Yeah.
He's an OG Spider-Man
Yeah,
15.
Leonardo
That's the
DiCaprio would be
Spider-Man
happy because he
15 in the
gets
comics.
to play with someone who's under 27.
Yeah.
You know who he wanted to play Dr. Octopus?
Oh no.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I would have paid good money to see that though.
I would have to.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man.
You come.
I actually relatively
Yeah.
recently watched the OG Conan the Barbarian film.
Is that any
with
good?
Arnie in it.
Ooh, true.
It is
Nice.
it's a product of its time, but it's weirdly it holds up weirdly well. I would say that it's better than that poorly gone attempt to reignite Conan.
Speaking of old movies, I watched all 3 of the Transformers, and yeah, they're cringe, but
Bro,
the
I told
CG
you,
is so fucking
anything that
good.
starts with the 2 is not old.
Yep.
Well, you could say
Yeah.
they're old, but whatever. But it's like, they're
I
over
mean-
10
I mean,
years old now, but
Transformers
yes,
movies
they are a
aren't-
product.
I wouldn't say they're bad. They're just like, you know, movies that you watch when you want to turn off your brain.
They
That's
have
Yeah,
very
I think-
Michael Bay, is what I'll say
Yeah.
for them.
Oh,
Who's
I actually
Stevie's
found out something
favorite
cool about it. So,
director ever?
the car that Bumblebee is, which is the Chevrolet Camaro, wasn't actually out until 2 years after the Transformers movie aired.
just
So they gave them a prototype version of the Camaro to use for the movie, and then 2 years later the car finally comes out.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and also just like
Megan Fox.
the fucking fight scene.
Megan
fuck it.
Fox.
Nah,
Megan
Megan Fox fell off. She fell off
Bro,
after those
you can't
three
say
movies.
that about a human being, bro. You can't say
yeah.
that about a person.
I think it's
I
funny
watched-
how
I watched
every movie
Transformers
that
for the
Shia
cast.
LaBeouf did after Transformers is almost arguably like it's almost every movie it's arguably better than Transformers.
Fury he was in. No, that was quite
Yeah.
good.
Have you guys seen? Speaking of Shia LaBeouf, have you seen that fucking Shia LaBeouf musical thing that he paid for and got filmed? I'll link that. It's great. It's
Oh, no.
it's like a musical thing of no, like it's more a song, but it's played by like a full on, like a bunch of people singing on stage and dancing and stuff, and it's about Shia LaBeouf being a mass murderer, and it's fucking great.
Oh my god.
Can I talk more about the Transformers film for a second? I didn't like. I watched the behind the scenes of them. So much of it, like explosions and shit like that. But like, they built an entire robot, like kind of like a robotic like arm for this car. So when he's getting ran over by the police car,
Animatronics is the word you're looking for.
yeah, I know. I forgot the word sharp.
Five
So yeah,
Nights at
they got
Freddy's.
so.
Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, they had the headlights of the Ford Mustang come out, and basically they like look into Sam's eyes, and they built so much cool shit for the films. Obviously the trucks, and also all the CGI is fucking.
I still feel like it's
awesome.
like there's a certain magic in using animatronics. Like if you look at the original Jurassic Park films and all the animatronics they did for that, it's just fucking like it just sets it apart. It's also weirdly, I seem to remember in if you guys ever seen the BBC series Walking with Dinosaurs, I seem to remember they just shit ton of animatronics for that as well.
Yes, I actually went to see that live. I went to see that live at O2 many years ago.
Cinema used more animatronics, you know?
Yeah, like obviously there's a bunch of CGI in that as well, but there's also animatronics in the series. I'm fairly certain. Obviously, like a lot of the stuff in Walking with Dinosaurs is very dated now, and the information is incorrect, but it's still an incredible fucking dinosaur series.
But yeah, I actually went to see it live, and oh my god, it was so. Considering I was like 6, it was the coolest fucking shit ever. Like the dinosaurs would come out of like somewhere over there, and they would just walk around, and there was this guy in the middle, probably someone famous, I don't know, and he would talk about the dinosaurs as they all moved around. It was just the way they moved, like made me think that they actually brought the dinosaurs back to life, and like put them there. But I was like, why aren't they eating us yet?
I saw the like BBC TV series. I had it on VHS, recorded from fucking live like television, and I watched it so many times when I was a kid.
The dog Walking with Dinosaurs was fucking cool.
What is Walking with Dinosaurs?
I never was big into dinosaurs.
It's kind of like a documentary. Like it's done like a modern like nature documentary, but it's about dinosaurs.
Interesting.
The
And it's like,
Tyrannosaurus Rex can kill you with just
Yeah.
one bite.
It's kind
Here's
of
the
like
picture of the animatronics.
yeah, it's also based on like a lot of it is based on like specifically on like discoveries of like specific fossil discoveries and stuff, like all the events and things in it. But obviously science has advanced greatly from 1999 when it was originally written, so there's a bunch of stuff that just isn't accurate anymore, but it's still a really cool series.
Consumer, imagine being a kid in that crowd and see the T-Rex looking down at you.
open it,
How
brother.
fucking sick would that be?
I can't
Consumer
open
can't
it,
open it
brother.
because
It's in the
I am recording.
He's recording.
brother.
Damn.
Okay, but like, guys, just look at that and just thinking like you're like 6 or 7 seeing that. Like, how cool was that?
I would love to ride a
I
dinosaur.
would.
That would be so fun.
You would like to watch with a dinosaur?
Ride a dinosaur.
No, Speedy, don't make it sexual. Don't make it sexual.
Not everything is sexual
You
just
would
because you're a gooner.
definitely watch a show.
I'm not a gooner. I'm a former gooner.
You're not,
Actually-
brother. What was the last
Actually,
video
Actually,
you
that
posted,
made
please,
that
brother?
that reminded me of something. I think that there's an anime, like not an anime, a manga that is being released right now, that is about a guy that falls in love with a dinosaur girl. I think that there is something. I need to remember like the name of it, but
Is
I'm
there
100%.
no level you anime people will not like fall to goon? Come on.
No,
what?
I don't
Is there
think- I
nothing
don't
that's
think-
like untouchable
We have
for
a-
you people?
We have all seen My Life as Inokaisan's Dog. We know how bad it can get.
Please, there has to be somewhere we stop. Please, we have to draw the line somewhere. Please.
I think the line was drawn, but then Inukai-sans destroyed the line, and
Yep.
then now
We live
it's
in a
anarchy.
post-Inukai
It's
society.
anarchy.
It's anarchy.
Oh boy.
It is anarchy.
There's probably like insect girls now. Now we think about it.
No, the
Probably-
Insects Girls
probably-
has been around like
Yeah, there was
since
fucking
the
Mosquito
beginning.
Girl in One
Oh,
Punch Man
yeah.
as well.
The moth one.
Oh yeah.
Monster Musume.
Yeah,
Literally
Monster
a ton of.
Musume.
I was about to say like
Everybody-
I was about to say like microorganisms, but cells at work exist.
Cell from Dragon Ball.
Cell-
Yeah, cells at work.
No, yeah, cells at work. Yeah, that anime exists. So it's like, oh yeah.
And that's like there is a old French like anatomy thing where like it's literally like the cells are characters and you go through the body and stuff like that's not a new invention.
Damn. Why is it always got to be
Love
French?
lost. Give me a
It was like, really popular. It was shown in a lot of schools and TVs because like anatomy teaching and like life teaching, like how wounds get healed and shit like that. It's not quite like it's sort of in the similar vein to the cells at work, but it was more educational.
Never seen it because it was never played in our class. Probably because it was French.
He's right. Speaking of tactical racism, have you seen the English public's reaction to a German man being appointed as their football manager now? Their national team.
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Are the English
I
angry?
know where this is going.
No, that's
I
it.
have
They
a
are
feeling I
very
know.
angry.
Horrible.
They are very, very angry. And they complain, why can't we have an English manager? Because they all suck. And the reason you need a new manager is because the last one got fired for sucking.
It is pretty funny though. I
Oh,
feel like
you were
it's
fine with
become-
that, basically.
It's become a British tradition to get the Germans do the shit you can't do yourself.
Yeah.
Like that is very common with the British military that you just get the Germans to do it better. It was one of your ministers did this whole speech of how the new Challenger 3s and all British invention it brings jobs to Britain. It's fucking made by Rheinmetall in Germany.
The
Very
Brits
British
trying to
invention.
steal someone's-
Yeah.
someone's credit again.
Yep, and you made your own fancy assault rifle, and you had the Germans
Who's
fix
you?
it for you because it
I
didn't
know
work. It's a British tradition now. You build, you do a lot of stuff, and then you get the Germans to fix it.
Speedy,
Yeah.
you gotta sort out your people.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm not British. I'm Indian.
Scottish
I'm
pride.
Indian now, guys.
I'm Indian now.
Only when
I-
it's
I see,
convenient for you.
I can go even further. I could play the Kenyan card, but that doesn't really work too well.
If you're Indian, then let us hear some
I'm not gonna lie,
Punjabi, Speedy.
Speedy. That beard right now, you're looking mad, and I'm not gonna finish that sentence. But you're looking mad or something. I know.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm not a bad pilot, am I?
Yeah.
Sorry?
No. No comments. Let's just no comments.
No
No
comment.
comments.
No comments. No comments. Okay.
Oh boy.
To be fair, I
Oh,
should grow
boy.
my beard back out. I would show you a photo, but I'm using my phone to record myself.
I used to have a
Yeah, another
fairly big
phone.
beard, and then I just got rid of. I got tired of keeping it in.
I feel like
decent
also
shape.
like the more beard you grow, longer it ages you. Like I feel like I just.
Oh,
look
yeah,
really
absolutely.
old.
True. I'm gonna see if I can find a photo of when I tried to grow my beard. It's not good. It's not good. I'm gonna already say that. So, be ready to see.
It's just been a month since I've like stopped cutting my beard down. So yeah.
It doesn't look bad. You just look older. And
Yeah,
the other thing
Yeah.
you said.
which is not a bad thing
God,
necessarily.
what's
otherwise.
the other thing, Consumer? I want to hear. I want to hear it.
Nothing.
Come on, I want to see. I want to know. I want to know now.
I'm also trying to find a picture when I had a like a.
Do I look like I
significantly
belong
longer
on the Consumer? Do I look like I belong on the CIA's most wanted list? Is that it?
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with how you look. You and Rage.
Yeah.
This is purely based off the conversations you have in Discord.
Yeah, the
Oh,
CIA,
yeah.
the CIA is watching your YouTube channel, going like, "Oh boy, we need to get this guy
Yeah,
arrested."
this guy's.
They need to find something. They need to find something to get me arrested. They won't.
All
Ski's
right.
like I'm too good at
it's all,
covering
it's
my
all your
tracks.
Megumin conversations.
Be ready
don't even
to.
I don't even talk about Mega Bean that often.
FBI, open up.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Be ready to be traumatized.
Okay, here we go. Huh? That's so bad. That fits you.
Not bad.
Did
I
he
know
look
it's
handsome or not?
patchy, you know. Sorry.
It's not bad.
How handsome did Animate look? Tell me now.
Terrible.
I'd say you look all right, pretty
I
all right.
look like I could be in an FBI list.
I'll post a picture of when I had
Animate looks like he belongs on a no-fly list.
Oh,
Send
That
this
was
into
when
the
I
chat.
tried to grow my beard for like a year. And,
A year?
that's
yeah,
actually
that's
quite
basically like-
crazy. Yeah.
That's like 2 weeks for me.
I
Yeah.
wish I could
Speedy's
do
like,
something
bro,
like
I
that.
got those genes in me. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I can't. I can't.
I can't style my beard properly. I need to like, who the fuck is? No, I have no idea.
But plus,
My
like
beard
long
curls
hair
quite a
and
lot.
beard is a combination that I think you need to be able to rock that. Not everyone can rock that.
Yeah, I agree.
can-
I
you-
feel like I need to like. I just look. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. I think I just look
Yeah,
so.
I'm-
No,
I'm
I
just
think
trying-
I think you rock it pretty good, consumer.
I think so. I think I
I'm
need
Like
trying to
either
find
you
the-
say you and Cheese, you guys rock the long hair and beard combination pretty good.
Trying
I
to
just
find
need
a image, but trying to send pictures from my phone to the fucking chat
Oh, boy.
is a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna look at it, but I did have a significant longer beard, like yay long, and then like taking care of
Ooh,
it is just
nice.
really, it's just a pain in the ass to take care of it. So I just cut it shorter, and I got it like once a month.
Okay. Something that people never tell you about when you're thinking about growing your hair out is how much time consuming is having long hair.
Yeah,
Like, god damn it.
Facts. I spend a lot of
Like-
time and
My-
money
my
maintaining.
hair is
my
so
Exactly.
fucky right now as well.
Like it takes too much time to take care of this. Like if I wasn't like into rock and metal, I would have cut it like ages ago. And another reason why I don't cut my hair is because for the longest I literally had to fight someone to be able to grow my hair. So like nowadays I can't just cut it because I want to. It's
Yeah,
That's just
Like,
a
it's
mission
just-
of. It's just submission that point.
exactly.
I've slept
exactly.
most of the day, so my hair is a fucking mess. So I'm just keeping it open.
Cheese,
migraine
my
for
hair
most of
is a
the day.
mess. Cheese hair, majestic.
I
Everything.
mean, I had a migraine for most of the day. I just slept, and it's kind of going curly as well. I need to cut it shorter again. The tips are kind of dying.
Hmm. Yeah, another thing. That's another
That's
thing.
another
Like you
thing with
think that you
long
don't need
hair.
to cut hair.
I don't feel like cutting
Sorry?
it purely because it takes so long to grow. You know.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a position since I'm gonna hopefully apply for a job in Japan, and I do need to probably cut my hair. I'm not gonna cut it like really short, but I'll probably do like a cut it from up here, so it's kind of I can slip it back and
Bro,
just kinda-
please.
Yeah.
Textured fringe, perm,
No.
perm, please.
Low
perm.
taper fade, please.
Cheese with waves. Cheese with waves.
I'm gonna grow it back, obviously, but it's like trying to get a job in Japan if you have long
Yeah.
hair is I probably also need to cut my beard for like a job interview and then just grow it back out because beards are deemed
What?
unsanitary in Japan.
When
True.
when you cut your beard, send us a picture.
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll just make
it'll
sure to
grow-
schedule a pod episode for that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh
if I'll cut
no,
it, like,
we have
re-
to record today.
I don't know if I'm gonna cut it all, but I'll cut it very short at least. Like try and
Uh,
look presentable.
My cousin decided to show a picture to everybody in the family of what I looked like without a beard, and they all said, "Don't cut it ever again," because I
Oh,
look like I'm
God.
12.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever
I
tried the
got mean to
mustache?
high fuck.
I have when I had a beard before I went into the military, and then I obviously cut it out. So I did obviously cut it into a mustache, and I can say that a mustache does not fit me.
I feel
Although,
like it's
if I'm
very
gonna
hard
do
to
the- if
rock a
I'm gonna do the
mustache,
king-
to be honest.
If I will
It
do
is,
the
it
King
is.
Bradley cosplay, I will need to cut it into a mustache.
I think you could rock a mustache, cheese. I don't know why, but
I feel like I could do it so that I have a mustache and a stubble, but not just a mustache.
We'll have to see.
Yeah,
I cannot. I like my mustache is barely visible, so I could never rock a mustache. I would
did
look
have a-
like I was a serial killer.
when I was growing out my beard, like I was just too lazy to cut it. I did have that like twirly mustache tips as well.
Nice,
I
nice.
want to try and get those twirly mustache tips, so I can never figure out how to do them.
Speed. Why do I
It's
keep
mainly
calling
like
you
it's
Speed,
mainly the
bro?
hair that grows like down here is what you can turn into the tip of the
I
mustache,
have
like twirl it up.
completed the thumbnail.
Oh, you're
Yay.
making thumbnail while we're doing this.
Nice.
I think I just did it. I think I did it. Mm.
Ooh.
Look at me, I'm
Wait.
such a multitasker.
The Indian genes are really coming through when you twirl your mustache. Not gonna lie.
I
Oh,
rock
boy.
up like this.
I am trying to control every ounce of my body to not sing the Indian song right now.
Which Indian song? There's quite a few.
Oh boy. It's actually a banger song. I know that
It
people
is.
shit on it,
Oh
but
my
it is
god,
a pretty good
the
song.
story behind that song was that basically in all of his music videos, basically he would get like girls.
in them.
Yeah, he would get hot girls. So he decided he had so much money in India at the time that he got a blue screen, recorded himself dancing in multiple different outfits, and did that.
Wasn't there like a
It's
whole
funny.
thing that people said that his songs are only popular because there's hot girls in it? So he just made a song
Exactly.
with only him, and it became his most popular song.
Exactly. That's exactly the story. Yeah. God, India's
Bro,
weird.
is the original Sigma.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mum and dad, my mum family, they're all on holiday in India at the moment, doing like wedding shopping stuff. So yeah, that's fun.
Why didn't
Cheese.
you
They
go to India with
why
them?
did I call you cheese?
They
Fuck.
college.
Speedy, they got you a
the
wife?
reason is college.
They found you a
Yeah,
wife.
fair.
No, I'm.
Ooh,
the last.
Speedy's
the
getting
last.
married. Let's go.
I am not getting married.
Special,
Fuck that
everybody,
shit.
everybody, we're going to India.
I am not gonna get married. I am not getting married to anybody from India.
Bro.
They are red. They are literally red flags.
Speedy, never say never.
I
Bro.
will say never, and I'm
Our
gonna
last
keep
all,
saying never.
all
have
I'm
like
asking,
200
if you ever
views.
if you ever get married, please marry in India so you can have like a full on Indian marriage, and please invite us because I want to do like the,
I will
musical
invite you
dances.
guys, but I have to. Well, firstly, I don't think cheese can eat quite a lot of the spices that they're in there.
Oh, I
It's-
can't either.
no,
I
it's-
hate
I'm
spicy
just-
food.
I'm just allergic to a lot of chilies, but other than that, I can eat spices quite freely.
Oh, yellow chilies. Okay, we're all cool then.
Yeah, I'm
But-
probably not gonna die even if I eat the chili that I'm allergic to. Probably. But
Okay, probably. Just the wedding turns to a funeral very fucking
Yep.
quickly.
Bro, I'm terrible with
free
spicy
from
food.
this mortal coil once again. Well, what? Once again?
Once again, he died before. Cheese died before.
I am a multidimensional entity traveling through time and space.
Cheesy is
No, you're just a
immortal.
phoenix. You're just a phoenix.
I read Phoenix the manga a few weeks ago.
Was it good?
Very good.
Nice.
I've just
all I
been
have
reading
to
a
add.
shit ton of Lovecraft recently.
I
Ooh,
finished
by the way,
Gunsmith
Cheese,
Cats.
I've started listening
that.
to the other book of one of the books that you
Oh,
recommended.
which one?
me. Hold on, I need to remember the name. Hold on. The Dunwich Horror. I started reading.
Dunwich Horror is a classic.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I am liking it so far.
Yeah, like there are certain things that Lovecraft does in his writing that are kind of archaic, and he has an annoying habit of doing like really long lists of things.
Yeah.
But his books are still really good, and it's like Dunwich Horror, The Mountains of Madness, and Shadows over Innsmouth are kind of like the three big works from him.
Mhm.
And I did actually also read Call of Cthulhu, and I was very disappointed. It was not very good.
Hmm.
Isn't he
Nice.
also one of those guys where his writing actually isn't that good? It's more so just the ideas.
Yeah,
or
like
style.
he's very what we would in modern literature refer to as prosaic.
Racist.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah,
that just saying
he-
unscathed?
Guys,
he wasn't inc-
never
he
never
was-
search up the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat.
Yeah, Lovecraft was incredibly racist.
Oh,
Those
what
But
was
he
his
did, he
cat?
did still he started something great in the Cthulhu mythos, and like his books are still good, but especially like it's the big ones, like the three big ones, and yeah, kind of three big ones that are those are the really good ones, and in the other ones where he didn't really have money to get an editor and stuff, some of the text is kind of rough.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
I wanted to pay attention, sorry, Cheese, but I saw the name of the cat
Yep.
and I was like, no.
Exactly.
No.
Lamar
God.
Davis, our name.
Yep.
Mm,
Lovecraft was incredibly racist, which was like a big part of it was probably because he was very, very poor and lived in very bad conditions, and he had like this superiority feeling that I should be the popular one, and that does a little bit stew through on his works, like especially the later ones when he was kind of dying of tuberculosis and living in a hovel, and you can kind of see
Poor
that he feels entitled to more than he had. and that kind of comes through in his racist stuff. But he did write some incredible books, and like the
Just-
legacy of the
I mean,
stories of Lovecraft.
It's
are really
it's
good.
we
separate
wouldn't have
the art
Bloodborne
from the
without him,
artist.
and that's enough for me to forgive him. Okay.
Yeah.
I really want another season of Boondocks.
Same. Never happened though.
I am the stone
with
that
the-
the vision
with all the
diffuses, I
shit
am
that
the
happened,
visual, the inspiration
consumer,
that make the lady sing the blues.
Consumer, with all the shit that's happened this year, it would be such a fucking good
it'd
season
be
of
so much
Boondocks.
food.
But I think
Drake
that they are
and
trying to get the series
Diddy.
like to have a reboot, like the
I think it got
creator and
cancelled.
everything.
If they
I haven't
are,
heard anything from that.
oh, they need to do it. It would be so good. Just them making so much fun of Diddy its own
Plus,
room.
stuff like that honestly makes me think it's only a matter of time before someone in like the YouTube or internet community gets like an anime or manga made, because Boondocks
Oh,
literally
yeah.
started off as like an internet comic, and then it got
Yeah.
turned into a TV show.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it is kind of weird. Like, I feel like a lot of the anime YouTubers, like, they kind of start, when they get big, they start steering away from anime,
lean into it.
which is kind of weird. Like, obviously, there are still big ones. Like, Geekok still does a lot of anime stuff, but if you look at,
Yeah.
like, Connor, Joey, they've just, like, completely basically abandoned the anime stuff.
I think that the evolution of like an anime YouTuber, like the final thing should be like you need to do a manga or something like that. an anime.
Yeah, it's, like, I feel
Oh,
like the
Arkin
reason
did one. Arky Dearest did one.
Yeah, she did.
Was it good?
But she's
did.
never really been an anime YouTuber. She's been more like in the weeb
Yeah.
culture rather than anime itself.
True.
But it's like, I feel like the thing is that there's just so much competition in the anime YouTuber niche because it's relatively easy to do. So I feel like that's kind of why the people when they get big, it becomes a lot easier to stand out if you no longer do the anime stuff.
But I feel like once you're
Actually, no.
big, it's
What
also like
Arkin
a
even does for a
self-fulfilling
YouTube.
prophecy.
Yeah, also that there's I know that Scamboli has at least talked about it, that he kind of has the problem of every time he releases something, there's gonna be 1,000,001 copies of what he just released in the next week.
Why does that matter though?
True.
I
It only matters
I
if you're
can-
one of the copies.
I can kind of imagine that it starts getting annoying when everyone just copies your stuff and makes money from what you
Bro,
did.
If people start copying me, bro, I would literally have the biggest like ego boner.
Shit-eating
ever, bro.
grin in
I'm
your face,
"I'm
like, oh yeah.
I would
I've done it."
like, if I wrote a story and people started copying it, I would like write another story making fun of their copies.
Like
Yeah,
he
like,
did
do
also
something like
he
that.
did also do a video because there's a special, I can't remember who it is, but there's someone who literally just like repeats Scamboli's reviews, like Scamboli scripts 1-to-1.
That's
Which is
funny,
like-
bro. I would
Yeah,
literally just
boy.
make a stream just calling them out, just watching all of them and just roasting them.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something that
Reviewing
happens
bad anime
sometimes in comics.
YouTubers.
Like something that is very common kind of in comics is that the fact that sometimes artists, to try to save time, they kind of copied like a page of another comic book that someone else did, and they just add like the characters that they want
Just
to
put their own
tell the
characters
story
on top.
about.
Yeah.
And sometimes people start noticing that, like, and there is this funny case that there was this artist that he was like the original artist. He was drawing the stuff, and he noticed that another artist that was working for, I think, another company was literally copying his pages, just changing like the main character. And he started like adding Easter eggs on the pages. So stuff like stop copying my art, or you are a fraud, or something like that. And he would copy those without noticing,
You know what? They used
Oh,
to do
boy.
the same thing with maps back in the day. They would put
Oh,
like
yeah,
fake
yeah.
things like little
Yeah.
monsters, I think, and stuff, just so people would
Yeah.
know if it's a copied map.
That's actually so funny.
Yeah, I remember when I started doing anime too, like I was really like neurotic. Like I would watch other anime YouTubers, like what did they say about this anime, just to make sure I don't mention the same things.
Yes, same,
And
same.
then I went
I
like,
still do
Then I went like, it's fucking impossible to talk about something if I don't mention this one thing because it's such a pivotal thing.
True.
And it's like,
That's why
a
do what I do and
convergent
talk about
design,
something
like-
no one else has.
yeah, it's also like there's
But
the
it's
problem.
hard to do that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
hard
like-
to find
it's like-
something that nobody has solved.
Nah,
Yeah, and
bro.
it's like it's very often like there's 100 videos on the same topic. Like everything has been covered already. You just need to cover like what does this make you feel? And
Exactly.
That was a
Trust me,
hard
you
thing
can
for
get
me because
creative. You can get creative, brother.
yeah. But it was like, for me, that was kind of hard because obviously the way I do my reviews is I have a lot of background in academic literature, like analysis and stuff. And like a big point in academia is that you never go like, this is my opinion. Like that was something I feel like I've kind of gotten better at. Like I can now bring out like, this is what this thing made me feel, more than just that. Yep, it's like
really
this.
like that because I've been starting to like play around with like what is the point of like what I'm writing. I think you could either look at it as a review I'm trying to analytically dissect. You can look at it as, oh, what did I enjoy, what I didn't enjoy, and what I've been trying to do more is like, maybe I'm trying to use this review to, I don't know, explore like a history or something. Like there's a lot of what you can do is you can shift like the angle with which you like write a video to sort of make your review or whatever a bit different.
Like I usually start my stuff like I have one like major thing, which is what I structure the review around. Like one thing that to me feels like the key point of the anime that I'm reviewing, and then I just structure the review around that and kind of go like, okay, I think that this was well done, and this was poorly done, kind of.
But at the same time, what do you want you can also think, what do you want your viewers to like get out of it?
Yeah. Like because obviously at the end of the day, when you're reviewing something, you're trying to answer the question: should you watch this?
True.
But is that what you want to do, or maybe are you writing something to bring attention to something that you think is interesting?
Yeah.
So you
like
can
there's
frame
absolutely
the way you
that
write
as well.
I think
Like
it depends on what type of content you bring. Like normal, for example, I think for the type of video that Cheese brings, it's more like, should you watch this video? While for an example, for consumer is more like well, that's why I like this thing or something. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting here, you know?
There's also like I do have that, like I'm trying to bring attention to like things I enjoy, that especially a lot of my top anime aren't that popular. But so I like whenever I talk about stuff I really enjoyed myself, like Golden Kamuy or Grand Blue or the Future Natsume's Book of Friends, it's like I do try to bring attention to like say, hey, this is something I really enjoy, and I kind of like want to spread that knowledge to people, like, hey, this thing exists, go watch it. But like as a general rule of thumb, like my reviews are more of like, should you watch this? Because
one thing I want to say
like
is like, if you're trying to do that, then something I've quite liked to do in this recent video I'm writing is, I'll start comparing it to other things because I'm actively, because my whole idea is, okay, it's like this. You will like this because of this, you know? Like that's the way I'm trying to frame the entire video, rather than just, this is this, you know, because of this thing.
I don't even know what my videos are even like.
Hentai.
Other than
video, bro.
Other than the hentai stuff, like, I don't know. I just write, and then it just feels right.
But how do you write? Because you can even take it down to, like, your writing process. Like, how do you write a video? Like, what? Because there must be a certain step you always do this.
It's like, the thing, like, recently I've only started to take notes when I'm watching stuff now, but, like, I kind of just, like, wrote what I thought about the show, whether it was good or not. Like, it's like, is it good, yay or nay?
But
I feel like that's kind of an important part of like doing YouTube, is like self-reflection of how you create your content.
It's like I had
limiting though, Speedy. If it's only ever good, bad, like there's only so much.
That's why I keep having lots of like bad moods and ruts, because I just don't know what I want to do. Like I want to do.
I think that's like a good, like a great important factor like in this conversation is. Why we're doing these videos, you know? Like it's the thing of like, for an example, why I like to do videos. I like to do videos on stuff that let's say I find out like some interesting stuff about something. I want to talk about that stuff. That's kind of like my main motivation of I'm doing this video. I found out about this manga creator that is considered like the godfather of horror manga. I want to talk about this thing over here. And then it's not much of as a review and more of a, hey, I found this cool thing. I want to tell someone about this. That's kind of like my thought.
That's actually now that I think about it, that's actually kind of what I do as well. Like I find random shit and think, this is really cool. I should talk about it more.
Weirdly, in academia, that would be referred to as a literature review, where you're not reviewing a piece. You're not reviewing a piece of work, but you're reviewing like the kind of like bringing attention to the kind of literature that exists about some topic.
The only other video that I can think that was different was when I wrote the MF Ghost video, because that was more like analysis of a particular type of thing. Especially because I went through.
You could do like a pure analysis of a video, so you don't even need.
There wasn't really. things that it wasn't really an analysis. It was just one particular segment where I was talking about regulations of how race cars have like safety features like fire extinguishers, roll
that's a great
cages,
example of what we're
seat
talking about.
belts.
That's also
That's
like
because I just have lots of knowledge on that already. Because
yeah,
like,
and then you can also go back to the look, did people enjoy that kind of content more than just ramblings like that? I feel like that's the like really important part of being YouTube, is literally that kind of self-reflection. Like, what did I do right here? What did I do wrong here? How did I do it?
Consumer,
because
you know,
I
like
watched the,
my favorite part of your latest videos is when you start talking about like your experiences and how you
Oh,
connect
bro.
them with the video.
Just wait
like
for 2 videos time. I'm gonna go crazy.
Bro, I remember like watching the one where you talk about like the other mangas of the guy that did Scott Pilgrim,
Yeah.
and you started talking about your vacation and how it connected to the story of the
Yeah.
girl with the cat.
Oh, bro.
Stuff like that's the type of stuff that like when I'm watching a YouTube video, that's like for me gold. That's like the type of stuff that I love to
Yeah.
that's why the that YouTube channel that you sent me the other day.
Oh yes, the
Yeah, he
Anakin
does pretty much
channel.
like the same thing, and that I love this type of content.
Yeah, I want to talk
I
about
do
that
have-
more because like in the current video I'm working on, I've kind of tried to do that same thing but with other creators. So I tried to show how this creator meant a bunch of things to other creators. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put in as many like anecdotes or trivia within my review to sort of give that idea. But for my video after that, which I've started scripting a little bit, I'm trying like it's essentially about Dragon Ball, yeah. So like I've literally got like my entire experience of finding Dragon Ball. I've tried to like weave that into like a sort of review of each arc, because it will be like, what did I think this arc did in terms of like building on Toriyama's other stuff, but at the same time I would like, so say for example I was like, oh, he introduced tournament arcs here, I would talk a little bit about that. Then I'll talk about, oh, my experience watching this for the first time. This was my introduction to tournament arcs. And then how did that also shape my own thinking of it? So I both answer what he did from a writer's perspective, but also like as a viewer, what was that like walking through it? Sort of
Plus,
give an
you are
idea.
also creating like a connection with the public. Like you are making them interested. Like you get them with the topic that you're talking about, but plus you give some information about yourself, and maybe someone's gonna be like, "Hey, that's the same thing that happened to me. I like this guy."
I just got a video idea from that, and I had to write that up because I'm gonna forget it.
Yeah, I'm struggling because I'm trying to write a video about Initial D and just why I like it so much, and it aligns perfectly with when a very sad event in my life, and it's just like I'm just struggling, just like from that point. It's just. Oh fuck! Okay.
What was that?
That was my Apple Watch. Okay. It's just there's just something.
Buddy.
Yeah, humble flex there.
It's a Series 5. It was out in 2019, but I'm still because like my content is more happy, upbeat rather than the negative, sad stuff, and I don't like talking about sad things. But the thing is, though, it's kind of it's relevant to it because it's the only reason why I actually bothered to start watching anime in the first place, because I wanted something that was like.
Is there a way
uplifting.
you can frame it to be happier? So rather than focus on
No.
the bad thing that happened, can you maybe talk about like what came after, what the bad thing allowed to happen afterwards?
Yeah.
Can you frame it?
Well, the bad thing, so the thing that happened still continued for like 3 more years, but like it was after Initial D. It's like I got like a beam of hope, someone could say, from that anime. It's like it gave me something to like think about, gave me like a reason to live. Some people would say a reason for. I don't know, but it just like it brought me out of the sadness because that's the only thing that made me feel happy, kind of
there
thing.
you go, bro. That's literally that's the
a
hook
good
of your
point to
video.
bring
That's
out.
that's how you frame it. You just frame it as
And it's
this
some
made-
and it's some
this
shitty
took me
little
from
sports
being here to
gracing
being
anime.
And like you create a
Exactly.
connection with the viewer, and I feel like that's really important. Like if you want to apply that, like wanna do the kind of like this is what happened to me, and like this is why I like it. Like that's a great way to create a connection with your viewers.
Like I think analysis videos, like since we are in the topic, they are so good, but at the same time, like I have no idea of how for an example, I was remembering about basically the reason why I decided to watch Perfect Blue is because I've watched a video of Super Eye Patch Wolf where he talks
that
about
was
the
a good
movie.
one.
Yeah, and
Oh,
like,
there's the script
I
too,
don't
man.
know how can people like make connections like, oh, it's a
Yeah,
movie about
bro.
this, but then it shows like the connection with all this stuff that at first time I was like, fuck, I haven't noticed this one on the first time that I've watched the movie, and then I rewatched it and I'm like, damn, it makes sense. So that's kind of like what I would like my videos to go in the future, this type of approach. But I have a
Research.
long way to go to get there. A long way to go. I need to get better in a lot of stuff.
It's just
I
little
just-
steps.
Yeah, the video idea I got from Consumer Speak about like the Toriyama's like previous work is that's gonna take so much research, but it's probably gonna be a very good video.
Oh, bro,
gonna-
you think that took research, bro? Man,
No,
you guys are
I'm
ready
gonna
for
do
this next video.
No, the video
Oh,
the video
bro.
idea I just wrote down is the origins of genre tropes.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Like talking about where things like tournament arcs and where did the beach episode thing come from and that sort of
That
stuff.
would
That's
be,
gonna take
bro,
a lot
Ooh,
of
that
that's
would that would
actually
be so much
interesting.
fun.
That's
Bro.
actually
That would be
so
so, bro. You'll be researching for a while.
Yeah. I also have one of the dumbest video ideas that I want to do one day, but it's just gonna take so fucking long. I want to collect every single time Naruto shouts Sasuke and Sasuke
no,
shouts
that, no, that would
Naruto, and I
work.
just-
You know, you just
That-
do
that
that
as
would
like
that
a
would
get you
montage,
so many views.
like a 5-minute
Yeah.
montage, no voice, like that would pop off. Like all the haters of
really
Naruto
wanna-
would flock there. Just
I really want to do that, but it's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
take so long to like find good clips of those.
I've
That-
got
that's
this
kind of
really
like the
cool
problem.
video idea. I've called it. It's just the video after the video after the video. It's called "How a 2001 Anime Laid the Blueprint for 1952's Astro Boy."
Oh,
I can already see you
Ooh,
thinking,
okay.
and that's why it works. So essentially,
Oh, boy.
the story goes that Astro Boy was inspired slightly by another 1949 manga that Tezuka did, but that 1949 manga didn't get adapted into an anime until 2001, and it was adapted by the same guy who did Akira. So just trying to, I feel like just the moment you read that title, you're like, well, how did that do that? And I think that will be.
Yeah, that is a great title.
By the way, I
I
was doing some research on, one of the next videos that I'm gonna do, and like, I knew that Tezuka was like a very important figure in like the manga community and everything, but the level of inspiration that he became like for so many mangakas, it's like because like there's this mangaka that I'm thinking about doing a video that is hold on, yeah. I just need a second to remember his name because I'm terrible with name. I'll remember. Yeah, here, Kazu Umezu. He's basically like
The name.
everything. He's the guy that inspired like the big horror mangas like Junji Ito and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he kind of started like his job doing copies of Tezuka work. Basically
That's
because like
so
there was
funny,
no,
yeah.
there was a moment in Japan that like people only wanted art that was from Tezuka or similar. So they're like you would be hired if you could draw something similar. So that he started doing that, and that kind of became like the core inspiration for him, like for his like normal characters. 'Cause, like in the mangas that he does, like for an example, what's the name of that one? The Classroom. I forgot. It's hold on. Yeah, Drifting Classroom. Basically, like it's this manga where like you have these kids, very. It seems like a classic, school manga. But then they got transported like in a fucking other dimension, and like you have like this this balance between like you have this very calm drawing, very inspired by Tezuka, and then you have
Yeah.
like the boom horror stuff like out of the bed, and it is so cool to see like the level that of inspiration that Tezuka brought to the industry.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's also quite easy to forget because we're all so far away. But like all of
True.
these people are like right next to each other. Like there was a
Yeah.
point where Tezuka, the creator of like Doraemon and like the creator of like Kamen Rider, literally all lived in the same place. Like these people were just
Yep.
all around each other all the
No.
time. Like they were all like
Yeah,
bouncing ideas off of each other and stuff.
True.
And you don't
Yeah,
even
it's
think
also
about
like-
Kishimoto and Oda from Naruto and
Yeah.
One Piece. They're like best friends. Like You
Yeah.
don't think about it.
Nice.
They all know each other. It's all interconnected.
There's also,
It's
like
So cool.
especially with like anime fandoms, I feel like there's a big of that, like, oh, these creators must hate each other because our fandoms are so against it. That
They're all
in
just
reality,
chilling,
they're just best friends.
Bro, the amount of time that you see, like, for example, Naruto taking inspiration from One Piece and vice versa, or Bleach or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, it just shows that, you know, the fans are the one losing because
Yeah,
the
I
authors
feel like
are
it's
friends and
kind of
stuff
like
that.
the modern world is far more competitive than it was back then. So like
True.
modern audiences kind of, I fucking hate the term modern audiences
They
because of
like-
modern video games, but like the audience today like has this kind of idea that everything is a competition. So obviously these guys had to compete, but that's just not the case.
Not really, not. They're just chilling. I found
Yeah.
one video of like Osamu
I mean, I think-
Tezuka, Akira Toriyama, Leiji Matsumoto, and what's his name from JoJo? Fuck, I forgot his name.
Fuck.
I forgot.
Such
his name.
JoJo.
The
We are
JoJo
fake
guy.
JoJo
But I found a
fans.
photo of all four of them just
Hiraki,
chilling
Hiraki,
together.
Hiraki.
Yeah. So Akira
Araki,
Toriyama,
Araki.
Osamu Tezuka, and Hirohiko Araki just all in the same place, just like chilling.
Yeah.
Like,
Just chilling.
You don't think
Just
about
having
it.
a beer or something.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I think that a little bit of competition is nice, but as she said, you know, like,
Yeah, it
if
becomes
we-
unhealthy very quickly.
Exactly. Do you guys
like- I
feel?
feel like-
Do you guys feel that we are in a competition in a certain way?
Gotta compete.
Yes and no.
Gotta be the best.
Speedy makes Gunner bait. Cheese does reviews. You do horror stuff, and I never post. So
Damn.
we
I-
have
am,
Yeah.
am I
I'm
only
actually-
known as the horror guy? Is that?
And then at the end of the day, we're
I'm-
gonna lose to Bunko because she's a VTuber.
True.
Yeah, I'm quitting Guna bait now.
My God, is the new
Kinda-
Speedy era?
Actually-
Kando's the second to last like Guna video I'm gonna
Mm.
make. The last one is gonna be like tomboy themed stuff again, and then I'm gonna do Gunsmith Cats next. That's the next one
That
I'm
one
gonna do
I'm
because
very
it's just
excited
like
to see.
it's enlightened me.
Well, since
Well, you
we're
s-
talking about future videos, I'm thinking about the. I'm working on a video that is basically like 5 new shoujo series that you should be reading. It's basically like
that would be
as the title says, there are a tons of shoujo manga that are like pretty good coming out recently, and you know
Andy's
I
trying to
have a
just
soft.
put up his female percentage. I see what he's doing.
Bro, it's
Yep.
it's already like 40%. I don't think
You
I
want
can
it to
get
be
more than
60, bro. You want them to be majority female. I see where you're.
He wants
Bro.
to be the
that.
wants
the
to be the
moment that they
97%.
find out about this podcast and they see my face, I'm gonna lose all of them.
Bro,
That's
first it was
that's
the
just a fact.
femboys. Now it's the
What
now
can
it's-
I say?
now it's
What
just
can
the
I
women.
say? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there is like a hopefully. By the way, unfortunately, I'm not doing the one video per week for Halloween anymore.
Yeah, October.
Life happens, so I didn't have the time to.
As
Yeah.
long as
To
you
get it done.
make the Halloween one, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm making the Halloween one, but unfortunately, I couldn't make the other ones. But yeah,
Yeah.
still.
I was gonna write the Gunsmith Cats today, but then like
I
went to
feel like
the gym.
we are measuring dicks right now, like in terms of, oh, I'm
Yeah.
doing this video, I'm doing.
Yeah.
this
yeah, I'm
video.
doing this
Oh, yeah.
video. Yeah.
I was supposed to do a bunch of work on the Dandadan script today, but then migraine happened. I just slept all day.
Same. I've literally
Yeah.
been out all day, so I've not had time to even edit today, which is not good.
Well, thankfully, I'm actually gonna be instead. Actually, I may not even release a Gunsmith Cats video yet because Comic Con happens next week, and I'm going to Comic Con. So yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you,
nice.
you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
record from
London.
Comic Con.
Landon.
Are you cosplaying in London?
No, I'm not cosplaying. I didn't have time to make a cosplay.
Sag. Also, I need to have a very short break because I really, really need to piss.
Go for it. To be fair,
Okay,
we've been
then.
running for 2 hours and 10 minutes, so
I think
Longest
I think we
podcast
could
episode.
prob-
Let's go.
we're definitely splitting this into 2 again.
Exactly. Bro,
Aw.
we need to
Because we can't
monetize as
film
much
next
as we
week,
can.
so it'd make the most sense.
True. But by the way, what would I
Or we
want?
could make
Ah,
it
yeah.
2 hours and just see what happens. Miss the week after and see what
Yeah.
happens.
True.
No,
true.
we could just upload this one for next week, and then just and then record Red Joker's one next, if that is the case. Oh shit! Just leak the next guest. Never mind. No one's gonna watch this anyway.
Consumer.
Yeah.
By the way, I did a thing with Speedy, like when he was
You did what?
The tape?
when he
You guys
still
are
was-
releasing the
no,
tape?
No, no tape.
No,
No,
not
but,
the tape. No.
when Speedy still hadn't hit like 1K subs on YouTube, I kind of like told him, and this was like I think in June or July or something like that. I told him, I think that you're gonna hit 1K in, I think it was September, right? I said, or October, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
September, yeah.
And then he hit it that in that month. So I'm feeling very psychic right now. I'm feeling very psychic right now, and I want to predict when you're gonna hit 1K as well. So you said that you're planning to release your next video on the 31 of October,
bro,
right?
I'm not meeting that deadline anymore. I'm not meeting that deadline
Bro,
anymore.
no,
I'm not. Meeting
okay.
that. I don't think this video's
I'm
coming out this
saying
year.
you
It looks like it's going to be 3 hours long. So like, I'm gonna
3
take that.
hours?
3 hours. Yeah,
Bro.
it's gonna be pretty.
Oh,
good.
you are definitely getting 1K after this video. You're definitely
Either
getting
that or it flops. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
No,
I got
it's so hard for a 3-hour video to flop. Like I think it's borderline impossible.
We'll see if anyone
And-
finishes the video.
And even if it flops. You know what? I'm gonna put the video on a loop and I'm gonna watch it every day. I'm gonna do that so you can get some
Yeah.
Might go anime. Thank you.
bro.
But yeah,
I
like,
wanted
sometimes.
Meet it
Oh,
before, but I think I changed my mind just to be like, I'm just gonna enjoy the process, you know.
No, it is.
Sometimes I
better
don't
to
even
do
know
it
how
like
my
this.
videos do well. I don't know what I'm doing right in certain cases. I don't know what I did with the Mesudaji video, how that got 10K. I mean,
It's
12,000 views?
Yeah,
People
you need
just
to
love
figure out what you
tomboys.
did right.
To be fair,
I don't even know what I
the
did
manga
right.
for Mesudachi, it is like pretty famous. So
Yeah.
I've
That's
never.
wh-
even-
that's
I've
why-
rewatched the video like 10 times. I've read the script out 1,000 times. I don't know what I've done right. I think I just hit something lucky there.
I mean, you need to figure out
YouTube,
what
it
you
is,
did
it
right
is.
because that's the key to growth. You figure out what you do right and what you do wrong. Also, because this has become a tradition now on the podcast, is Animate in the AniTube list yet?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Check
he
it
ain't
out.
there. He ain't there.
AniTube list. Come on, guys. I think that
That's
today's
just-
my day. Today's my day. I have a feeling. Hold on.
He ain't.
The Ani.
Oh,
Fuck,
why are you
I'm
supposed
still
to-
not there.
I'm just posting
No.
the thumbs I made.
Goddamn. At this point,
okay.
I'm gonna probably get monetized before getting
Before
getting
you
into
get
this.
on there.
Here's the thing. I don't care about getting like monetized on YouTube. I just want to be on this fucking website. I just want to be recognized as an AniTuber. That's everything that I want.
At least a good thing is that the podcast isn't there yet either.
True. But the
I'm gonna-
podcast
I'm gonna-
is
I'm gonna-
probably
I'm
gonna
gonna
get there
message-
before me.
I'm gonna find the person who made the website and just put like, slide the podcast in.
Slide the podcast and never make Animate go there, please.
Yeah.
Alright,
How many subs does the podcast actually have at this point?
almost 50.
Let me check.
I can just check right here. We have 48.
48. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
And to be fair, like, it's not like we're putting that much time on it. It's mostly like a
Yeah,
fun
just-
thing for everyone. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
if we decided to like
views.
really grind on it, like we could probably get it.
Consumer, I fucking love that new thumbnail.
Thank you.
The Giga Chat in the corner is.
Alright, should we wrap this episode up? We have been
Yeah,
going
it's
for
almost
2
10.
hours and 15 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, we can split this.
Ooh, I love that. Let's do it
Nice.
as all as one.
We
I mean,
didn't,
All right.
we
Do you
didn't
guys
talk about
would you
that
guys
much.
want to say something else before we finish, or are you guys feeling?
Our video game episode was not very video gamey.
No, we
True.
talked about like 10
True.
minutes.
We
We
talked about
barely
some
talk
video
about video
games.
games.
Yeah, we
It's
talked about
not-
some video games.
Yeah, and guys, War Thunder special and the Final Fantasy one definitely
Oh, yeah.
happening.
We need
Yeah.
to do the video game, but the War Thunder one and the
We'll do
Final
it at our
Fantasy one at some
100
point.
episode special.
Yeah.
Or are we thinking
Yeah.
about doing
War
something for
Thunder-
Halloween, guys?
It would have been funny to have Speedy play a horror game and us laughing at him, but
It's been
I don't know.
True.
I mean, that could work if you buy me a horror game, yeah.
Gift them on
Because
Steam.
after Comic Con, I'm broke. Probably.
Just don't
It's
spend
also-
any money on Comic Con.
Yeah, I also I put £60 down on a £600 guitar, so yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got
you put,
539. Yeah, I've got 539 left to pay off that deposit. And
Nice.
left to pay you altogether. So yeah, I'm selling my Epiphone Les Paul to Rage I'm getting rid of the bocce guitar.
I
I'm
just
getting,
like
getting rid of the
how-
bocce guitar.
No, not the bocce guitar.
It's
no more
alright.
bocce era for Speedy. Bocce would
No,
be
this
disappointed.
is my bocce era, but I'm getting an actual shreddy guitar, not the
Bocce
Les
would be
Paul.
disappointed in you.
But it's not a real bocce guitar though. The actual bocce guitar costs like £8,000. It's an actual Gibson Les Paul, not a
Okay.
Epiphone.
Guys, if you guys could give one advice to the people that are watching us right now, as you know, a way to spend their week, what would you guys give them?
Don't
Play your
goon.
guitar.
Don't goon.
Don't read a book.
Read a book.
I can't fucking do that. Yeah.
You know what I would tell them? What I would tell people that are watching this video right now to do? You know, to subscribe to this channel. You know, leave a like, leave a comment in the video, and you know, help us out. Subscribe to our channel.
We should have. You know, there's like really crappy 2000s adverts.
Yeah.
We should have Animate do that. It's like you should. Why you should have this medicine? Like this medicine is good for your gut health. It provides all these nutrients. But like we have Animate is like explaining the benefits of the podcast. Like every
Careful.
week.
Subscribing to the podcast will turn you into a goon. So be careful.
Tell me
Let's
this.
go.
You hate
Subscribing
British
to
people.
Speedy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that's it for today's episode.
Yep.
If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment. Think about subscribing to the channel, to our personal channels.
Yes.
And well, see you next time.
Let's make sure Animate gets on the anime YouTubers list,
let's
guys.
get
Yeah,
Anime-
please,
anime-
please.
anime-
If you are the guy that has that website, I am begging you. Please put me there. I need that. You guys don't
Who owns
understand.
the
I'm losing
website? Put
sleep.
me on there. My life will be yours.
Exactly.
Also, go look at go listen to Animate and Speedy's Femboy song over.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Goodbye,
I've got this. I've got this. We have formed a band called Silver Soul GT on Spotify. The GT is a Dragon Ball reference, and also because like 10 other people are called Silver Soul. So shut up. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, we
link
made a
that.
song. We made 2 songs called Master of Femboys and the Femboy Anthem. So yeah, definitely check them out because they're all very funny. Speaking of which, let's do it.
Link them in the description.
Speaking of
That's
which,
probably the
let's.
easiest way.
Have you guys listened to it yet? Should we do a listening party?
Haven't listened to it yet.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
boy.
do a listening party.
Okay,
But
wait,
anyways,
hold on.
thank you for
Let's
watching.
finish the episode. Let's finish the
I need to go
episode.
make
Thank you for
Food.
watching. Thank you for watching the Generic Anime Podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye, Queen
Bye.
Wave.
Woo.